there's stuff in the lobby in Call of Duty.
Hey, that's where some men become men. You know?
He's just living in the moment. He's taking everything with a big smile as the... Oh, no! Oh! Here I am, having a heartfelt Nate moment, and the Jenga tower goes.
Nerd Reactor, roll out.
So we're here at Button Mash. We're going to be playing some Jenga with the cast of that 90s show. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be hectic, tense, scary maybe, but we're going to have a blast. You got it.
I feel like this one's pretty loose. Imagine I fail on the first try.
Oh, I get competitive during Jenga, I hope you know.
You go first.
Okay. Oh, man.
Yeah, we're doing it. One episode. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, let me do that one. Yeah, there it is.
And we'll try to go as fast as we can, and then I'm going to ask you a question. Okay. Yes, to distract you. Since you're the guest, you will go first. All right. As you're going first, that 90s show, there's one episode, a certain singer's in it, Lisa, and she's in the mind of Leia, just kind of helping her out with life. And for you, Mace, if you had someone, a singer, in real life to help you out in your life, who would it be?
Lead singer of Alice in Chains.
Yes.
I think he's been through a lot, and I feel like he could give some good advice. He wears his heart on his sleeve. You know, Jim Morrison. I love Jim. I like that guy, ahead of his time.
Do you have a scenario in your mind where Jim is like, Jim, now's the time to help me?
I don't know, man. Maybe just be myself and be a rock star. Just let it all go, man. You know.
You got the hair for it, and I feel like you got the swagger for it. I've seen you with the oiling yourself up and the guitar.
And that wasn't me. That's the character. That's Jay.
You got it. So that 90s show, the 90s show. One of the episodes features Lisa Loeb as singer, and helping out Leia, right, in her life. So for you personally, if you were to have any singer to help you out in your life to appear at any moment, who would it be?
Oh my goodness. Any singer. Willie Nelson. I know he could help me through the tough spots.
Any specific scenarios for you, like, Willie, please help me right now?
No, not really. Could have used Willie this afternoon. Had some lady came up to me while I was getting something out of the back of my car and asked if I would give her a ride to her house, and I said, okay. I mean, she's older and she looked pretty tired, so I said, sure. So she got in the car and I said, so where should we go? And she said, oh, I don't know. And I said, well, where do you live? And she said, I live by the lake. There's no lake where I live, you know. Well, anyway, it turns out that she had dementia, I believe, you know. And so once I figured that out, I just took her to the police station and we chatted along the way, and it was all very nice. But it would have been good to have a little Willie Nelson music, or have Willie in the backseat singing away, you know.
Okay. I feel like there's so many amazing people that I can choose from. I will say, let's go a little 90s. I want to say Fiona Apple. I feel like she would be very direct. I've seen so many of her interviews, and I just think that she would have really good advice for me and tell me bluntly what I need to do and help me through difficult situations.
And Fiona and Lisa Loeb, they're all just great artists. And so on the set, what did you you got to singing the song, and so did you know about the song before, or
I didn't know about it before. Sadly, I'm sorry, Lisa Loeb. But I love it now. Literally was singing it today, no joke. I think I listened to it every single day for a month straight, and I love that song now. So
If you had a singer, like your favorite singer, to help you guide you through your life, who would it be?
Oh man, that's such a good question. Ooh, okay. Well, one of my favorite singers is Jim Croce. So I would say that, but I've never really like watched any of his music videos because it was sort of pre that era. So if I'm going 90s, I want Dave Grohl to coach me. He's just, I feel like he's got that guru vibe. He could help me do some soul searching.
What would it be like? Imagine a scene where you're somewhere and Dave is there. Like, all right, Max, this is what I want you to do. What would you do?
Oh man. I'd freak out first because I'd be like, it's Dave Grohl. But then I think I'd really take his advice to heart because I'm sure it'd be good. I feel like what kind of situation would get me there? I'm trying to think.
Well, there's an episode where Jay's like trying to like play with the guitar. He's all like oiled up. Yeah. And then if Dave Grohl was in that situation, like, all right, lose the oil. I don't know. Yeah. You decide.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. I think he'd first and foremost say we need drums, and so then Jay would have the guitar. Nate would be on drums. Maybe we'd get Ozzie in. He could play like recorder or something. We'd get a full band going. Yeah. I feel like that would have to be part of the advice. We got to spice it up. It's just the guitar and the oil on its own. Jay, I don't know if it's going to work.
Miss Lauryn Hill, I would say. There is an interlude in her, in her MTV Unplugged that I listen to as like a motivational podcast, basically. It's interlude 5 or something. It's like something about being really authentic and not like her outlook on life. I feel like really resonates with me. So having her as a motivational speaker would be very helpful.
And what would be like a moment in your life where like, oh, now's a good time for her to be here?
Right now.
Right now.
I want her over my shoulder being like, choose this one, Sam, because I don't want any of this. Okay. Okay. Right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Singer to guide me. Oh, gosh, that's so hard. I mean, I feel like I love Todd Rundgren. But I don't know, I like Beyonce too. I mean, I just feel like, her music is very uplifting, and so yeah, Beyonce maybe.
So let's say, can you imagine a scenario in your life where like this is the time, Beyonce, help me out, please?
I mean, I would say, okay, look, like I'm going through some tough times. You gotta play some music for me, and then I want her to start playing Crazy in Love, and I want her to bring her husband Jay-Z.
Yes.
Ooh. I mean, I'm a big EDM fan, so I love Avicii. So if I could have him in my mind, just playing levels like all the time, I'd be really happy.
Rest in peace.
Exactly. Rest in peace.
What are the qualities for Jay that you're like that you would take with you? Like, I want to try to like get this quality for myself more often.
I would say he's a real extrovert, and I'm a social dude, but I think there's a lot to learn from Jay. I think he can control a room. Maybe it may not be in his favor. Maybe not everyone's laughing with him, but probably at him most of the time. I don't know. I'm me, man. I don't want to take any qualities from him. He's a young kid. He's figuring it out. He's a Kelso.
Because teenage life, teenage drama on Netflix. Everyone's watching it, and you're in it. So I don't know how you feel. Like, I'm feeling certain ways. Like that's also like out there too. Like with the drama and the highs and lows. It's like, what is that like for you? Is like being there, like at that moment, like on the show.
When I'm about to go on. Oh yeah, we're playing Jenga here, people. When I'm about to go on, I usually just. You're killing me here. Okay, this is rigged. Who set me up, huh? Guys, I'm gonna mess it up right now.
It's all part of life.
Ooh, I'm smooth with it. I just put it up top. Oh yeah. I always say every moment has led up to this. So just own it, you know? We live once.
We got to talk about this place, Arcade, and so many games. I don't know if you play Jenga on the set, and so we just got to ask, you're the best one, right?
Oh yeah, I'm the best one. No, I'll be humble. I mean, yeah, I think Sam is really good at Jenga, very like direct with the moves. I think we're all like very good. I feel like the only person who might be not good, should I say this? She'll get mad at me. Ashley, I feel like she's very rough with the blocks, but you know, that's just her charm.
And with the 90s gaming, but even now we have a lot of games out there. You have like any particular favorite types of games in the 90s or now?
The 90s or now? Well, currently I play Stardew Valley like every single day on my computer. Minecraft is a classic, but 90s games, oh my goodness. I mean, I grew up actually with my grandparents. They had all those little like console games where you have like the controller. And so there was like SpongeBob, and there was also like Scooby-Doo. And I remember the Scooby-Doo one was literally like the mystery machine, and there was like a little knob that like we move around. I love that game. Yeah.
It also kind of reminds me of, Operation, where there's like, you try to put the thing in.
My favorite board game was always Life, though. Anytime I was like, my sister, she would like, I would always be like, we have to play Life, like right now. And so my family and I, we love board games. We play Catan, and yeah, all kinds of board games.
So we're at Button Mash, arcades, a lot of video games. And I don't know if there's like a video game that you enjoyed, like from the 90s or even now, like of all time. You're like, this is my jam.
I used to game a lot when I was a little kid. Probably Modern Warfare 2, multiplayer, Search and Destroy. I was on that headset when I wasn't supposed to, running my mouth, you know. Maybe that's where I got good at talking shit, I don't know. But a lot of COD when I was younger. A lot of Skyrim, you know, the oldies.
Skyrim's pretty calm. I play some Call of Duty. There's stuff in the lobby in Call of Duty.
Hey, that's where some men become men, you know?
I am excited to hit Street Fighter. I'm bad at it. I am a key smasher. I'm a spammer. I am not good at video games at all, but I am a very enthusiastic participant, is what I'll say about it.
We can't spam these Jenga blocks, no.
Fortunately not.
And so we're here at Button Mash, arcades, a lot of video games, all types of games. I don't know about you, like any types of games you enjoy, either from the 90s or now.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Pac-Man, so I'll have to say Pac-Man. Really looking forward to GTA 6.
What would you be doing? What's the first thing you're going to do in that game, GTA 6, in the Vice City? That's the name of the city.
Yes. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, like, get some cars, man. Like, you know, let's steal someone's car and let's just drive it around. I don't know. That's the first thing I'll probably do.
My dad, you know, he kind of, like, grew up near the 90s stuff, so I would always play, like, Street Fighters with him all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Combat. So if I'm going to talk about, like, anything tonight that's, like, seriously exciting me, is definitely those two arcade machines.
Are you playing Street Fighter 6 right now?
Not Street Fighter 6. I have yet to grab Mortal Kombat 1, but I've been playing Mortal Kombat 11 like nonstop, trying to main Scorpion, you know, get over here all the time. So it's like, get over here.
Yes, I love it.
It is. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And then Scorpion. Dude, you can do another one.
Yeah, I was like, that one doesn't seem that stable. I was like,
Then and now, like, did you know anything about Clerks or Kevin Smith? And then now where you're like, oh, I did my research and I'm here now, I'm all for it.
That was crazy. Like, whenever because we don't get the scripts until like the Friday before we film the episode, because we film one episode per week. And so I had no idea that Kevin and Jason were coming on the show, and so we get the script and we're like reading it, and I'm like, oh, Kevin and Jason are in this episode, and I was like completely blown out of my mind. But in the first season, I had no idea what Clerks was, but I did all the research. I was like, this movie is incredible, like this is hilarious. And then Kevin came on, and I was like, you know, it's so embarrassing that you have seen that episode of me saying like, oh, so attractive, and then now he's on our show, but it's incredible.
I remember that, yeah. So, okay, yeah, because in the episode, yeah, very attractive, yeah. And then now seeing in person, so how do you feel? Like, were you just like shocked, or were you like, yeah, it's you're Kevin, you're cool,
I definitely tried to play it cool. I was very shocked. I remember, I think the first time that I met Kevin, I was in the hair and makeup trailer, and he just kind of walked in and like walked past, and I was like looking up at him. I was like, oh my gosh, like how do I speak to this man? That's how I am with all the guest stars. I'm like completely starstruck by them, but have to just be like, casual. We're all working on the same show, like, and then after working with him for a little while, it became very comfortable, and I was just like still amazed by him being here, but he's Kevin now.
Just like icons of the 90s and today. And I think like getting to not only be a fan of theirs, but also get to work across from that level of people, which is such a lucky thing on this show specifically, because we have Deborah Jo and Kurtwood and all these legends every single week on all sides of the camera, from writing to directing to Deborah Jo and Kurtwood on our side. And it's a masterclass every week. So, yeah, I mean, the guys from Clerks, so that's Jay and Silent Bob. Like, come on, that's as cool as it gets.
Wait, I'm like stressed out for you. Sorry, I'm so locked into the game. The question, I feel really good about it. Like, I think it's so funny that we reference him in season 1, and then he's all like, oh, I want to be on this show. Put me on, coach. So and they're such lovely people, both of them. The second that they stepped on set for the first time, they were all like, hey, how you doing? Let's take a picture. Like, I like you. So, and they're just really lovely people. So I feel good. I feel really happy that I know them personally.
Man, look, before Clerks, I was watching Jay and Silent Bob, and like, dude, those dudes were like a staple in my childhood. Like, Jungle Love, OE. And they're here right now. And I love Jason Mewes. Shout out Kevin Smith. I mean, they're legendary. Dogma. What brilliant writers, what brilliant minds, so original. And something cool that's so inspiring? They wrote those characters because Hollywood didn't want to cast them, so they did it themselves. So that shows people you got to do shit your own sometimes, man. Take matters into your own hands, and I respect those dudes. They're pioneers of the game.
Being a teenagers, the whole puberty, maturity thing, all the craziness, but you're in it on TV, blasting out to millions of viewers out there. I don't know how that feels for you, just being in that moment.
I think what's so nice about Nate is he's just completely unaware of all of that outwardly. He's just living in the moment. He's taking everything with a big smile as the oh no! Oh! Here I am having a heartfelt Nate moment, and the Jenga tower goes.
This is one of those moments.
Yeah, exactly. See, he's in the moment. Yeah, I mean, I think there's even been scenes where I, as Max, will be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And then I'll have to be like, okay, but Nate would be cool with this. And so I have to, like, it's a disconnect for me. But, yeah, I mean, there's some embarrassing moments. Like, in episode 3, I don't want to spoil anything, but Jay and Nate both have to, they have to go through something together that is, like, awkward to put on TV, but I think worth it because it's funny to watch even as the person doing it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a challenge, like, specifically for me, too. I'm currently, like, in high school, and so I'm still I'm, like, applying to colleges, and I'm doing all that process, and while also being on the show, it's really funny because my character, Leia, there's an episode where she's learning how to drive, which, if you've seen the trailer for part 2, you'll know that she's learning how to drive with her grandparents, and it was really funny because I was taking my test for my permit while I was super late to the game. Like, I should have gotten it way before, but I took my test for my permit while I was filming that episode, which was so, like, strange how, like, art imitates life, I guess, in a sense.
It's crazy. Honestly, I forget that people have watched season 1, because to me it's all like, oh, it's this fun thing that I did over the summer. And then I get recognized in public, I'm like, you watch it? But, like, not in a bad way, because I think that we did such great work, but I just forget because I feel so unbelievably normal. So I'm excited for season 2 to come out because we worked so hard on it. I had so much fun doing it. So I'm just excited for people to see it. Because it's also there's some crazy stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
Jenga game. Oh my God, why would you do that? I'm so freaked out right now.
What's the craziest thing on the set that you can talk about that you're like, oh, this is what is happening here?
I did a bad thing.
Wow.
Can you ask me the question? Wait, I can't breathe right now.
The 90s show, it's like you get to be a parent all over again and experience these the kids doing all the stuff that teenagers do. So I don't know for you personally if anything where you had a flashback in your life, like, oh, I remember this.
Nothing specific, but things where that seems to always be happening to the kids, which is you get yourself involved in something, and the next thing you know, you don't know what to do. They had one where they were trying to help some woman with her swimming, what they thought was her swimming pool, and they ended up having to, be in the jacuzzi with this woman. So, they got themselves into a mess. And when those things come along, they seem awfully familiar to me. Not the specific instances, just the idea.
Anything from your character, like attributes that you'd be like, I want to take more of that just for myself and maybe become a better person, or maybe, I don't know, what else, like just...
I mean, I think it's being more forward in, like, when it comes to, like, romantic stuff. I think he's, like, when it comes to what he's going to do in the season, I think he's a little bit more forward when he comes up with the stuff, right? So I think being more forward in that sense, I think would be something that I kind of lack, but, I'd love to have more of that.
So if Vici was here, he'd be like, gotta go forward.
Yeah, exactly. I think he would push me in my head to go for these stuff because he was a risk taker. Yeah.
He was a risk taker. What is it, the one quality Leia has that you feel like, I like that. I want to try to just have that more in my personal life.
I feel like Leia is just really great with all of her friends. Aside from the little bump with Nikki and Nate and that whole situation, I feel like she really cares about people, and she really cares not only about her family and her friends, but she's really good at communicating with them. And I love this season how much Leia's able to give advice to Gwen, and we explore that relationship, and then also with her apology to Nikki, she really cares about all of her friends, and she knows that this is kind of the most important part of her life. And so I try to bring that into my real life and, really treat my friends and my family with respect, and make sure that they all know that I really care about them and love them.
Except for when you play Jenga.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The Jenga's still up, and it's good. We're good. So, all right, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Same here. There's the 90s stuff, right? There's a lot of 90s stuff happening, and anything in season 2 or even season 1 where you're right now I love this. I want to revisit it, and I appreciate more of the 90s.
Of the 90s? The cool thing about being part of that 90s show is that even though there are a lot of references, the main thing about the show is that every teenager goes through this no matter what decade it is. So my favorite thing is the relationships that you get to really delve into. So I want to see more scenes with Gwen and the gang, and Callie and Reyn. I want to have more scenes with Mace. That's it. It's not really a 90s related thing, but it's the 90s show related. I just like being able to act with these people. Yeah.
Because part of it is people, humans, interacting.
That's the cool thing about it, because that 70s show, even though it was set in the 70s, the whole thing is, also the logline for this is teenagers don't just change clothes, nothing else, right? Because all the problems, friend group wise, they're all still the same. So It's all just people.
Teenage problems.
Problem, super relatable.
Well, we did it. Nothing fell. We did a good job.
I'm seriously appalled.
You're crazy.
I know. I was like shaking the whole time. Whew.
Sam, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Same here.
Have a good one.
Season 2 on set. There's so many zany things happening. But then for you personally, like, what was a moment where you're like, wow, this is we're going all out, and you were like, oh, I'm all in.
I mean, going to a field party and getting drunk, Ozzie, you know, he just couldn't control himself, and he got drunk, and he had a bad hangover, I have to say. And so that was where I was like, okay, Ozzie's getting drunk. I gotta do this.
And Ozzie likes to call to the radio stations a lot.
Yes.
And if you personally were to call a radio station, like to pick like your favorite song, like I want you to play this song for me, what would it be?
Can you guys play No Scrubs by TLC? Like, play that right now. Yeah.
Reyn, thanks a lot, and we did it. We did it. Jenga did not fall down.
The Jenga did not Jenga.
So okay, what would you want to do like for your next project that let's say you have all the creative input, and it's like, here you go, Mace. What do you want to do next?
I want to play a character like Hannibal Lecter, like a very complex, individual. I don't know, but also not too crazy. But there's like, I feel like with Hannibal Lecter, it feels like he knows something we don't. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I really like Anthony Hopkins. I really like method acting, and I hope to do some more films in the future because that's where my heart is.
So the next Hannibal movie, I'm waiting for you to be in it.
Hey, only the sequel. I'm not doing remakes. I can't touch close to anything like he did.
All right, Mace, it's been a pleasure, and we did it. Jenga's still up. No one lost. So high five.
Oh. This went from a Jenga game to just an interview. I'm sorry, guys. Here, look. Let me just take one last one. There we go.
And since we're here at the arcades. I don't know if you have a pastime at the arcades, if you enjoyed playing video games.
I played some video games for a while. I remember when it all started, and Xbox invited us to this event. And as a nice gesture, they gave me an Xbox. So, well, I had the Xbox, I had to do something with it. So I, played some different games. Splinter Cell, I think, was one I really enjoyed, and some of those other, made by Rockstar, Grand Theft Auto, and some of that kind of stuff, which I did for a while, and I got a kick on it.
Some Grand Theft Auto, some Crime Spree.
Definitely crime sprees, right?
It wouldn't be new to you because you play characters that are intimidating. Okay, we're gonna go back to RoboCop as Clarence. Very intimidating, very scary. So I don't know about you. Like, do you ever get that moment where people are like, I don't know about Kurtwood. Like he scares me. I don't know if I want to work with him.
Not that I know of. Maybe I didn't get some of those jobs. Maybe that's why. I don't know. People have always appreciated my work from that film and let me know it was such an important movie for young men, especially. For a lot of them, it was the first violent movie they got to watch, or they snuck around and watched. And so they remember it, and they remember me as part of it.
Very visceral, but I just want to say it's been a pleasure, and yeah. And whatever it is you want to take, go ahead. But yeah, I think we did it. None of us lost. Let's do another one for you.
Wait. I should make it tip for like a dramatic edit of like. All right, we just gotta skill. No. Wait, let's just do it.
Raphael, why? Avicii would be disappointed, but we did it. Right. Thank you. Yeah. you mentioned Godzilla. Let's talk about Godzilla. Did you watch Godzilla -1?
I did. So I have in my dressing room on 90 Show, Gail, our director for part 2, she gifted me a Godzilla -1 poster and a frame, and so I have that up in my room. I'm obsessed. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, that movie was 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10.
The serious part for me, like seeing Godzilla chasing after the boat and
swimming. Yeah. I was like, I went to see it in Dolby, like it was so loud. I was just like, and then I realized I'd never been that panicked about Godzilla before. So it was nostalgic. Yeah.
You would definitely be down for a Godzilla movie, the next one.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, please. Absolutely, that'd be so much fun. Any of the MonsterVerse is so cool. I mean, getting to watch that'd be a lot of fun. Getting to be a part of it. Great.
I feel like you'll be in it. Like, just do it, get in there, and I'll watch you.
If they need Godzilla to eat someone, I am your guy.
Max, it's been a pleasure, and have a great rest of your time. Yeah, same here.
Enjoy.
Yeah.